Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Lift to Get Lean. I am thrilled to be here with you. I am excited to work with you for the next 7 weeks, and today I just want to set a framework for how this week is going to go, set a little bit of expectations, and just get you excited as I am for what is about to come. So thank you already for saying hello and giving us a little bit of background about why you're here, what you want to do. If you haven't had a chance to comment on this morning's post, get to it when you can. The more we know about you, the better we can coach you. And I want to remind you from last night's video, this space is a safe space. So you can be completely vulnerable. Most of you don't really know a lot of people in the group, and I find that allows us to open up just a little bit more. You may not have a lot of people that you can share things with, especially when it comes to your fitness and your nutrition and the struggles that you're experiencing, or maybe even the wins that you have. So that is what our group is about. Share, be vulnerable, support. That's what we're here to do for you. We're here to listen, basically. We're here to listen to you and help you out. So the more we know, the better. The other thing I'd like to say, I didn't say it last night, but you are gonna get out of this what you put into it, just like anything. So I invite you to really show up as best that you can. That does not mean that you are tied to Facebook. That doesn't mean that you respond to every single post. But what it means is that you give it your all based on what you can give right now. I understand that, something might come up that gets you busy and you might have to adjust the dial. You're going to hear more about that later on. But you do get out of it what you put into it. And at the end of our video today, I'm going to give you a little oath to say, and I'll write this down so that you can fill it out and also sign it, because I really want you to commit to yourself. Your mind can be blown by the results if you do what you say you will do, if you've accomplished what you have set out to do. So what to do this week? We briefly mentioned yesterday. Start to clear out and set up your environment so that you're set up for success. One of the recommended books that I sent out via email was a book called Willpower Doesn't Work. And I'm not going to get into the details of that, but essentially, we want our environment to be pulling us in the right direction. We don't want it pushing against us. So that means, getting treats out of the house. I understand that we have spouses and kids and roommates, but if you can clean up your environment as much as possible so that you're not tempted, clean out your car. You have unhealthy snacks in your car. Get rid of it. And the other thing is, make healthy snacks and foods readily available. It's just as easy to reach for some carrots as it is to reach for some potato chips. You're just reaching and you just want that crunch and you just want to eat something. So let's make sure whatever you're reaching for is a healthy alternative that's going to help you to reach your goals. Other things included in our environment are our people. Like we talked about last night, fill people in with what it is that you are doing. Not everybody needs to know what your macros are, but fill those people that are closest to you in on what it is that you're trying to do for the next 7 weeks so that they, again, can support you and pull you in the right direction rather than push against you and create this unnecessary friction. Because here's the deal, you guys. Swimming against the current is hard. And not everybody has the same goals and priorities as you, and that is okay. We are all on our own timeline, and that is something that I've had to learn as a coach. I used to get upset, why won't they just do it? They're not ready. They're not ready to hear that message, or they're not ready to hear that whatever, or give something up, and that's okay. So you focus on you, but know that the more people are understanding of what it is you're trying to accomplish, the more that they can support you and give you less pushback. And that momentum is what keeps you going. Later on, we're going to talk about how success breeds more success. I want you to be successful, and one of the ways that you can do that is by setting your environment up for success and including those people around you on what it is that you are doing. And also, don't be afraid, although swimming against the current is challenging, don't be afraid to just do you and be unapologetic in what is important to you. You are going to get pushback from someone who is going to be like, oh, I guess you don't want to celebrate Bob's birthday since you're not having a piece of Bob's birthday cake. No, it has nothing to do with me not wanting to celebrate Bob. I just don't want cake. I'll eat it at a time when I'm actually hungry. We'll talk all about social strategies and ways to deflect and change that conversation and things of that nature. But yeah, don't be afraid to just do you. There's nothing wrong with it, and we're all adults, and I know that peer pressure is a real thing, but allow yourself to be confident enough and in your own and owning your own decisions. That being said, what else do we have? Today, you're going to see a document posted around lunchtime called the 5 Habits. So in addition to clearing out your environment or setting your environment up, I want you to pick a habit. It might be one of the habits from the 5 habits. It might be something else, like starting to log your food in MyFitnessPal. This week, just pick one thing that you can do. Maybe you want to drink so many ounces of water. Maybe you want to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Maybe you want to not buy any lunches this week. You want to prep all of your lunches. Pick one habit that you are 90% sure that you can stick to this week, and that's part of this momentum that you are going to build. One step at a time, brick by brick. And you could pick one of the 5 habits that I'm about to post around lunchtime or something else that you want to focus on. Slow and steady wins the race, especially those of you who are new to this. Tracking macros, I'm going to break it down for you. Leanne and I are going to hold your hand and make it easy, but it might be a little overwhelming at first. So don't worry about hitting all those numbers right away. Just focus on one thing at a time, and we will eventually get there. The other things that we'll talk about this week is how to build your plate for each meal to set yourself up for success. Macros aside, macronutrients aside, we're going to talk about you, how ready, willing, and able are you to do this. And with that information, you're going to be able to, kind of set some expectations for yourself. You might have some legitimate reasons why you can't be 100% in, but we're going to do what you can do and be okay with that. We'll talk about who should be tracking their macronutrients. It's not for everyone, and I want you to be okay in making your own decision. It is only one way. There are lots of other ways that we can do this. We'll talk about protein and carbs and fats and really focusing on progress over perfection. So without taking too much more of your time on a Monday morning, we're going to take an oath together, and I'm going to write this down so that you have this written out, and I want you looking at it every single day. This has got to be a priority, meaning this whole process must be a priority for you. You've taken step 1 by signing up. Now we're going to do all the things to get us there. So raise your right hand. You can do this whenever you want. Do it in front of your coworkers so they can see. I, Kylie Larson, you say your name, am committed to finishing what I am starting. Every time I fall, I am going to get back up. I am focused on progress, not perfection. I am doing this for fill in the blank. Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for your child? Are you doing it for your mom? And I will not let myself or whoever you are doing this for down. And that's it. Just commit to yourself. Whoever you are doing this for, that's totally fine. Some of us can do it for ourselves. Some of us will do more for others than we will for ourselves. There's no right or wrong. We all have our own way. So with that, you guys, introduce yourself if you haven't already. Keep the questions coming. We will not be posting our macronutrients until next week. So don't worry about that. I will start calculations today. And as I mentioned in the Q&A video, get them to you by Thursday. But in the meantime, if you know that you want to track, just start logging your food in MyFitnessPal so you can see, like, what am I eating? I don't know. Get those supplies ordered, the food scale, your at-home workout equipment, and what else? Yeah, we're in this together, you guys. You're not alone. Leanne and I and Margie, we're all here to answer all of your questions, and we will do exactly that. There will just be, let's see, today, one other post. Yeah. Heck yeah, one other post, the 5 habits. So easy breezy, baby steps. And that's all I've got for you. So you guys have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. And of course, I'll be in touch in the Facebook group. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.